Well, any bad luck today and somebody could lose a minute in the final kilometre. Stage 3 is 159.5 in total, starting out from Antwerp. But really, the whole of the stage is one long approach to the Mer de Huy, well known to many of the riders in this tour from the spring classic race La Flèche Wallonne, where it's climbed 3 times. On today's route, there are 3 other little fourth category climbs inside the final 50 kilometres, which might thin things out a bit. But still, the favourites will be fighting like shoppers at the Boxing Day sales to be first through the doors at the foot of the Mer.
That looked to me as though it was Wilco Keldermans there who's trying to go clear here, and he's onto the climb as he looks over his shoulder.
Bob Jungels,
Luxembourg champion.
Brilliant move by Bob Jungels, 22 years of age, as they start to line up. Chris Froome scuttling up the outside on the left-hand side there. Rodriguez is not far off. He's trying to get himself onto the wheel of Geraint Thomas.
1 kilometre to go. Jungels has gambled and going early in his first Tour de France. It looks as though Kwiatkowski, the world champion in a white jersey, is falling out of it now, as Rodriguez is going to try and take over the control here.
Well, it's all about holding on to your position now, and Team Katusha have come forward to try and keep this pace nice and high. Kwiatkowski, the world champion, number 111, has found it a little bit difficult this afternoon. Maybe he did too much work on yesterday's stage. Sitting right on the wheel of Chris Froome is the bobbing figure of Alberto Contador. Behind Alberto Contador is Peter Sagan.
Well, Sagan is absolutely amazing if he can hold this one off, but now Chris Froome is in a perfect position here as they try to slog it out to the finish. It is going to be desperate moments, but Froome tucking in on the black there. This is a teammate of Joaquim Rodriguez who's trying to break into the picture. But watch now for Froome. Contador is on Froome's wheel. They are waiting because we have the steepest part of this climb is just as they move around the left-hand corner.
That is Rodriguez, a little shake of the head. He's the rider with the bandage on his elbow. TJ Van Garderen is the rider from BMC in the yellow helmet, moving up towards the front there. Chris Froome is trying to stay very close to the front. He keeps looking over his shoulders. These riders have to understand and remember, if you look at the average speed, we're looking at around about 20 kilometres an hour, 12 miles an hour. Van Garderen is over on the right-hand side. Froome is now starting to wind it up, but it's 450 metres to go, and Contador is locked on his wheel.
There's the steepest section of the course, and he kicks again, and Contador is trying to match him. Rodriguez is up there as well. And look at the face of Alberto Contador. Froome is going to try to ride them off the wheel here. Rodriguez is right in there. He's the rider on the right of our picture. And as Rodriguez tries to break to the right now, he may have that little extra impetus because Froome may have tried to make his move a little bit too early. Greg Van Avermaet, who is trying the move there now, as it's Tony Gallopin, who was off with a puncture, who has moved up here into second wheel. So it's Rodriguez, Gallopin, Froome trying to make it up towards the finishing line. It's approaching.
And into 4th position, TJ Van Garderen is right up there. This is Pierre Roland at the back, but Joaquim Rodriguez certainly knows this climb extremely well as he comes around the final corner, looking for the last catch of a sight of that line. Well, Froome's coming back.
Froome battles on. He's best of the favourites right now. Rodriguez, though, who has won the Flèche Wallonne once, finished second in it twice, is now going to try and champion the win on top of the Huy for the Tour de France. Dan Martin has also made a move in that lime green jersey. How long can Rodriguez hold this? And can Chris Froome open it up? He's got it. Rodriguez gets the win. Froome gets second place and more bonus time, and that is a tremendous ride by Dan Martin. Crosses in 4th. TJ will be in 6th, Nibali in 7th, and one of the Yateses are over there in 8th.
Upside inside of the top 10 as well. There is Alberto Contador. Looks like he's lost a couple of seconds there because Alejandro Valverde was ahead of him. Robert Hessink coming in now.
And plenty of people still to come in behind him, including the yellow jersey. It was 11 minutes before Cancellara limped over the line, if you can limp on a bike, so he'd obviously lost it. And by then we believe that Tony Martin had also come in sufficiently far down for Chris Froome to be the man to take it. In the meantime, the Tour director, Christian Prudhomme, was outlining why it was that the race had been neutralised when it was.
Les téléspectateurs d'ITV ont donc vu une chute très spectaculaire à une cinquantaine de kilomètres de l'arrivée, une vingtaine de coureurs par terre, certains qui arrivent tout près d'un réverbère. Donc là, il y a un risque. Et Thierry Gouvenou, notre directeur des compétitions, et Guy Deblard, le président du collège des commissaires qui sont derrière la voiture, qui voient la chute, puisque moi je suis devant, je ne vois pas la chute, se disent oula, chute sérieuse. Et tout de suite après, une autre chute avec encore une dizaine de coureurs qui sont pris dans la chute. Ce qui faisait que nos 4 ambulances et nos 2 voitures médecins étaient bloquées derrière les coureurs autour de la chute pour soigner des blessures qui pouvaient être graves. Certaines sont sérieuses, fracture de la clavicule, fracture du bras, traumatisme crânien, mais heureusement, c'est moins grave que spectaculaire. Mais pour tous les coureurs qui restaient devant, il n'y avait plus d'ambulance, il n'y avait plus de voiture médecin. C'est pour ça que la décision a été prise tout de suite, d'autant que tout le monde était regroupé, les 4 échappés allaient être repris, il n'y avait plus que 10 secondes d'avance, et qu'on n'avait pas encore commencé à attaquer les côtes décisives de fin de parcours. Donc ça n'a rien changé sur le final de l'étape, et c'était beaucoup plus sûr, tout simplement parce qu'il était indispensable d'avoir des véhicules de médecins et des ambulances derrière la course.
So here's the stage result, the first result being that we had a result. Joaquim Rodriguez ahead of Chris Froome, with Dan Martin closing fast in fourth just behind Alexis Vuillermoz. While Froome's big rivals, TJ Van Garderen, Vincenzo Nibali and Nairo Quintana finished in a small group with Simon Yates 11 seconds down. Alberto Contador was another 7 seconds behind in 12th place. And Tony Martin, who'd started the day 44 seconds ahead of Chris Froome, finished 40 seconds behind. Enough to take the yellow jersey last year, but this year, second place for Froome earned him a 6-second bonus. And so, for the second day running, Martin missed out on the race lead because of a bonus, this time after rounding up and down by a single second.
To be honest, to have the yellow jersey today would be nice, but with the crashes of Cancellara and Dumoulin, it wouldn't be the same like in the real fight. So for the moment it's okay for me. I was super tired today with all the trouble from yesterday. Today was not my day. Let's hope for tomorrow.
Joaquim Rodriguez will be happy to linger over today for a bit longer, taking the kind of classic Rodriguez uphill win on which it had begun to look as though the trademark might have expired. But while he was first out onto the podium for the presentations, Chris Froome was confirmed as first overall, leading the race by a second from Tony Martin and 13 from TJ Van Garderen in third. Alberto Contador is now 36 seconds behind Froome in eighth and 1 place ahead of Geraint Thomas. Vincenzo Nibali is already 1 minute and 38 in arrears, and Nairo Quintana 4 seconds shy of 2 minutes. So for the first time since he wore it on the big fancy podium in Paris 2 years ago, Chris Froome stepped out to be presented with the yellow jersey.
I definitely didn't wake up today thinking I was going to be in yellow by this evening. That was a real surprise there. I mean, I knew there would be gaps up on that final climb, but I really didn't expect it to be that significant to be able to get into yellow. So no, I mean, a huge thank you to my teammates today. They just turned themselves inside out to keep me always at the front of the race. I mean, today was treacherous. Lots of crashes again, left, right, up, down all day. Not too different from the Fleche Wallonne Classic this year, and yeah, I just couldn't be happier to be in yellow going into now the cobbled stage tomorrow.